What's up guys, Chris here from Vo-Gus Prospecting. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome. It's great to see your smiling face. And if you're an old moldy hat like this one is particularly old, welcome back. Today I've taken an invitation out from Steve to come out to a spot where we're just going to work sand and get a lot of ultrafine gold. Let me show you. This is where I took my first test pan from, and there was about 100 bits of gold. It's all very small, but it's in just literally sand. I know, right? We'll put it in a pan and we'll show you. There is no way that you are going to be able to see this on a GoPro. Give me a second. That is the fine gold we got out of the sand, and there is easily 100+ bits of it in there. But like I said, super fine. But as a wise man called Lyndon once told me, little gold weighs heavy, and he's not wrong. That's from 1 pound of sand. I didn't even have to classify that stuff to run it, and it was giving me 200 pieces of gold. The gold rat's definitely going to be able to catch them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work out all around where Steve's digging now. He's got his crock set up, and I'm going to be working up here, and I'm going to push down into this little channel, and hopefully we'll go home with a lot of heavy weighing small gold. First bucket done, and we've got some very fine gold sitting in that top cell. Steve is just starting to run yet another bucket of delicious sandy pay dirt. Om nom nom nom. The one major issue you have when you're working super fine mustard gold like this stuff is that you can't see it in your sleeves. So it does make you relatively paranoid that there's no gold there, but that's why you got to test pan regularly. Make sure that you keep doing test pans, and that way you'll stay on the pay streak, and if it ends, you don't have to keep working worthless sand, which is what it feels like. It's not, but it's what it feels like. When you're dealing with ultrafine gold, whether you be panning or sluicing, you often won't see it develop. You won't see it poke its head out. You won't see it give you an indication because it's hiding very, very deep down in any of that dirt that you're processing. This is Steve's 2 buckets?
Yeah, it's 2 half buckets, yeah.
2 half buckets, so 1 bucket worth of fine gold. And look at that. There's a nice little run of colour there. That's what we're talking about by that ultrafine gold, is it likes to sit at the very bottom of whatever you're doing and just hide away. And never underestimate fine gold. Mustard gold weighs a lot, especially when you're getting 200 or 300 specks a pan. My goal is to run 5 buckets out of here, so I've got 2 more buckets to go. I'm going to clean this up as much as I can in this bucket, and then I'm going to get the brush onto the bedrock and sweep it clean. what we're working today is called a low bench deposit. It's only a few meters above the creek, so it's a mixture of modern flood gold and ancient riverbed. Back in the day, the gold and the river would have been depositing up there, and over time it's eroded down to the current level that we're sluicing in today. Now, because it is a low bench deposit, it's still getting occasionally topped up with gold when there's a major flood like we had in December. You can get incredibly high ancient riverbeds. They can be literally kilometers above the riverbed. So don't be afraid to step out of the river and take samples from way up on the bank. You might have to dig through a couple of feet worth of overburden. It'll just be dirt and useless crap normally. But just like here, this is sand and it contained gold. So test up high. Get on Google Maps, look for inside bends that look like they're a horseshoe, and test in between. And there are often places that you'll find deposits like this. We got a good amount worked. We started up there and we just followed this seam down to its lowest point, which turned out to be a nice little bowl. So that could have held some good flour in it. Steve's just doing the same thing I was doing, getting his brush in there and cleaning up the bedrock, making sure that we're not leaving any scraps of delicious golden cornflakes behind. I'm going to pull that out of the river and find out how much flour we got for the day. There's a lot of flour gold. It's a lot of flour gold. This is the gold we got for 4.5 buckets. You can see most of that is absolutely tiny stuff. Which brings me to a very important part of this video, which is if you're dealing with mustard gold, it's really important to bring dish soap with you, because that stuff will just float straight on the surface tension and you have a bad time. You have to pan your cons like 10 times. Just bring a little bit of dish soap, couple of drops in there, breaks the surface tension, gold won't float, you'll have a great time. But that's not all the gold that I got today, because I was out test panning earlier this morning at a different spot and I found some real nice bits. Let me put that in the pan and show you my total. These are the bits I found test panning on this other creek, and I tell you what, I'm going to have to go back to some of these spots. They would definitely be worth getting the river sluice in on. I will put up how much gold I found down here somewhere so you can know at home. I'll put the dollar amount up for you as well. Remember, I am in Australia, so we're at about $59 a gram at the moment, which is pretty damn good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Remember to hit that like, share and subscribe button, because that helps me grow the channel bigger and better for you guys. Stay tuned for a special announcement from Steve and I straight after this. Peace, and I'm out. Steve, we've got some special news, don't we?
Absolutely, and it's exciting.
I can't wait to tell you. So, Steve and I will be